Jai Shri Mataji. Welcome everyone. Let's take just a minute to settle down. Take a deep breath or a few deep breaths. And let us raise our Kundalini and do Bandhan together, slowly and with attention. We can put our hands on Mother Earth or in direction towards Mother Earth. And we can let our attention flow from our hands and feet. And let it grow like roots down into the earth, deeper and deeper. You can actually imagine these invisible roots growing down into the earth. Deeper and deeper. Dear grandmother, please forgive us for touching you with our feet, for taking you for granted. Let us establish a strong connection with you. You are the guru of our guru. You are the mother of our mother. And we are committed to upholding the connection with you every day. What we desire is a collective rising. Jai Shri Mataji. Before we start today, we just wanted to say a few words about these workshops. As we get questions, we would like to just say a few words. The work that we are doing in creating these workshops is always directed at the subtle level. When we started last year, we discovered quite early that not talking about politics, but rather offer our enlightened attention to the Virata was much more powerful. So when we come together with a strong purpose, one thing that happens is that our individual problems become completely insignificant. And whatever is happening around us, instead of reacting to it, like the news, we meditate together in order to become the pure instruments. And our purpose has from the beginning been that the Agya chakra of the world may clear out and that humanity may move beyond the mind into a spiritual level of consciousness. Shri Mataji has said that one yogi can bless 1,000 ancestors. So whatever is happening in the world because of the mistakes of the past, let us use our Sahaj powers to create a new world. And the Kundalini, which we will worship today, is a power that can only give us purity, kindness, and compassion.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Upon you, beloved Mother Earth, we stand at this crossroads of man's destiny. Only through your kind love for your children are we here now. You have graciously sustained us thus far. You have given us food, water, clothing, and shelter. O beloved Mother Earth, with our heads bowed, we thank you. And with our heads bowed, we come humbly to you, asking further sustenance and strength for the many long days ahead. O beloved Mother Earth, now that we have grown a little and stand firmer each day, we pray to you to help clear the way as we begin to march forward. We long for the cleansing of all lands, so that upon you, beloved Mother Earth, the righteous may return to their divine home. We hope to be many. O beloved Mother Earth, give us patience as we search for our brothers and sisters. Give us detachment from all distractions. Give us perseverance in our task. O beloved Mother Earth, most of all, help us, as your seas cleanse the shores, to clean our hearts, so that we may desire only that which is right. O beloved Mother Earth, support us, so that we may soon stand upon you in great numbers, and invoke with one mighty voice the dance of Lord Shiva. These things we most humbly pray. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namah.
What is the subtle force which is behind those vibrations? We call it is Param Chaitanya, all right, Param Chaitanya is over. What happens to you when you get Param Chaitanya is something to be understood, the subtleties. As I said, we are made of 5 elements, all right. So when you get your awakening, when the Kundalini reaches Sahasrara and opens out your fontanelle bone area, you become one with the divine power, then this divine power itself starts flowing through. A connection is established. Now when it starts flowing through you, this Shakti, this starts flowing through you, then what happens? The subtle part we should understand. The subtle part is like this, that these 5 elements we are made of, these vibrations gradually start breaking into the subtler form of which they are made. So the first thing such a person has is the breaks, you see, as it is said that word is God, said also in the Bible. The word is God. Now what is this word? Word is a silent, we can say, silent commandment. We can call it like that. But from that word comes, according to Indian philosophy, is another thing that we call as Bindu. Or we can say word becomes Nad, is a sound. And then it becomes the bindu, means one small dot, you can say.
So, arising from the organs of perception of Adishakti, as their expression, the 5 material elements were created: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So the fragrance of her body created earth. Her sense of taste created water. Her sight or vision created light or fire. Her breathing created the air, and her voice created the sky or firmament called ether. So these are the 5 causal essences, the tanmatras, forming elements through which material power is expressed. Hiranyagarbha is the creator aspect of God Almighty. It acts in the void of the primordial being, and Hiranyagarbha's power incarnates as Mahasaraswati. And the entire material creation is the product of her power and activity. She created all the galaxies, stars, and planets, including our own sun, moon, and earth. She also functions as the thinking power of the primordial being. Through this power, the 5 primordial elements are created, which ultimately creates the physical bodies of human beings on this earth. In human beings, the Hiranyagarbha aspect of God Almighty is expressed through Brahmadeva, the creator. Brahmadeva does not play any role in the evolutionary process, but does provide the human being's physical body necessary for its evolution, as well as an ego that thinks, ahamkara. So we will now offer our devotion to the holy expression of our mother's creation. We recognize divinity in every molecule. There is nothing in this world but the pure poetry that flows from her. We are immersed in a living, flowing, pulsating universe. And whatever limited notions we have of time and space, of cause and effect, they are all illusions. So we will now sing the 21 names of Shri Brahmadeva Saraswati.
Jai Shri Mataji.
You can start with the meaning, Andre.
Shri Brahmadeva Saraswati. Verily, you are the divine intelligence, consciousness, or discrimination.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Buddhi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the ego of the divine.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Ahamkara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the sun.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Surya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the moon.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chandra Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the master of the principle of ether, the sound.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Akasha Tattva Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the master of the principle of the wind, sound, and sense of touch.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vayu Tattva Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the master of the principle of burning light, sound, touch, and form.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Tejas Tattva Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the master of the principle of water, sound, touch, form, and taste.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Apa Tattva Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the master of the principle of the Mother Earth, sound, touch, taste, and smell.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Prithvi Tattva Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the goddess of the ether element.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Akasha Tattvashvari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the goddess of the air element.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Anila Tattvashvari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the goddess of the fire element.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Tejo Tateshwari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the goddess of the water element.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jala Tateshwari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the goddess of the earth element.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhumi Tateshwari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the golden cosmic egg that contains the universe of Shri Brahma.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hiranya Garbha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the five subtle elements.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pancha Tanmatra Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the five gross elements.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pancha Bhuta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the universe, the awareness in its awakened state.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
You are the essence of all life energy, the dream awareness.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Taijas Atmika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
You are the essence of all intelligence, sleep awareness.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pragnatmika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
You are the fourth state of consciousness, the union with the divine.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Turiya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. So we will now continue to worship the 5 elements. And we will do a symbolic puja together to Shri Lalita. We will offer the 5 bija mantras that symbolizes the 5 elements, and the 6th bija Sam, which symbolizes the truth. This short little puja can be done before reading the Shri Lalita Sahasranama, the 1000 names of the goddess. So in these names, we find that the 949th and the 950th names indicate that the goddess Lalita accepts these offerings of the bija mantras and things that symbolize the 5 elements. So we can take our attention to the Sahasrara. Wait. Sorry. Wait a little bit, Andre. Thank you. We can take our attention to the Sahasrara, and we bring from the Sahasrara, we bring it up to the first point, above the Sahasrara. You may feel the Kundalini show you where this is. And then we go to the second point. The second point is called Bindu. And it is here at the Bindu that we will offer this puja. You can play the first name.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Panchabhuteshi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha.
The one who owns and controls the 5 elements.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pancha Sankhyopacharini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha.
The one which is worshipped by 5 offerings, the elements.
Om Lam Prithvivyatmikayai Lalitambikayai Gandham Samarpayami.
We present the bija mantra Lam, which symbolizes the earth, the element Prithvi. We offer this mantra to the lotus feet of Mother Shri Lalita, who is the spirit and essence of the earth element. And we also offer to the lotus feet of the goddess, pleasantly fragrant substances such as sandalwood powder.
Om Ham Akashatmikayai Lalitambikayai Pushpai Pujayami.
We present the Bija mantra Ham, which symbolizes the element of ether, Akash. We offer this mantra to the lotus feet of Mother Shri Lalita, who is the spirit and essence of the ether element. And we also offer a beautiful flower to the lotus feet of the goddess.
Om Yam Vaivatmikayai Lalitambikayai Dhupamagharapayami.
We present the Bija mantra Yam, which symbolizes the element of air, Vayu. We raise this mantra to the lotus feet of Mother Shri Lalita, who is the spirit and essence of the element air, and we also offer incense to her lotus feet.
Om Ram Vahnyatmikayai Lalitambikayai Deepam Darshayami.
We present the Bija mantra Ram, which symbolizes the element of fire. We raise this mantra to the lotus feet of Mother Shri Lalita, who is the spirit and essence of the element fire. And we also offer a beautiful lamp with fire to the lotus feet of the goddess.
Om Vam Amrutatmikayai Lalitambikayai Amrutam Mahanaivedyam Nivedayami.
We present the Bija mantra Vam, which symbolizes the element of water, to the lotus feet of Mother Shri Lalita, who is the spirit and essence of the nectar of immortality. And we also offer beautiful dishes of food to the goddess.
Om Sam Sarvatmikayai Lalitambikayai Sarvopachara Pujam Samarpayami. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha.
We raise the Bija mantra Sam, which symbolizes the truth and all that is a reflection of the truth, to the lotus feet of the Mother Shri Lalita, who is the spirit and essence of everything. And we offer to the goddess all the proper elements of worship. Let us do a short meditation to absorb these vibrations.
All the intelligence of the divine was used to manufacture this incarnation. And to get a human realization was also very difficult. You had to be born like an ordinary human being, to live in your family like an ordinary person. You had to find out through entering into everybody's Kundalini what was wrong with them, what was the mistake, how you could use the permutations and combinations of their chakras to give them amas realization. It was a tremendous task. And that had to be done with the Sahasrara. But it has been achieved. All these great plans of the divine and everybody's detailed working and bringing everything to a par excellence level was really tremendous. I myself surprised at myself and amazed how I could really get so many people in Sahaja Yoga. I didn't expect. But it has worked tremendously because of the cooperation of human beings also. Otherwise it would not have been possible. Now when you do these pujas and all those things, you please those deities, make them happy, because they have done so much work. Is your gratitude for them, that they have worked so hard with such diligence, with such precision, that today we have been able to achieve this great drama of Sahaja Yoga. Those who are Sahajogis perhaps do not realize what is the great work done in the background and how much time it took to build up the whole thing, to bring it to this level of perfection. So the primordial Kundalini, which is reflected in you as your Kundalini, also is of the same nature. And it works in the same way. It rises, gives you self-realization, gives you the powers. But after all, one has to know it is a reflection. And the reflection, to make it truthful, real, you have to look at the reality first. How the real one, the real Kundalini, the real primordial one, how it acts, how it works. If you start thinking about my Kundalini only, immediately you'll become silent, no question. You cannot think, just you'll become silent. Just think of any one of my chakras, and your chakras will be all right. But you have to have that depth. You have to have that much protocol. You have to have that much right. Just it will act. Don't have to do anything. Just you have to think of my chakras. Just think about my Kundalini. That's sufficient. But you have to develop that surrendering situation. Even now there are Sahajogis who doubt. They have seen the work, they have seen everything, still they doubt. And they yield to people who are on the periphery. And there are Sahajogis who still sticking on to many things they cannot change. They haven't got yet that courage to change themselves. I don't say that you have to change anything outside. But when time comes, you might have to change also. So you should be prepared. How much we are courageous, that is to be weighed and to be found out. Unless and until you have full courage, you cannot establish Sahaja Yoga in a quick way. When you are using your own Kundalini, you have to know that the Kundalini that is your own has problems. She herself has gone through various ages and stages, and she herself is sometimes very much hurt, very unhappy, and very weak, and then she cannot rise. So if you want that this Kundalini that is your own mother, has to give you all the nourishment and everything, you must learn, first of all, foremost thing, how to surrender to reality. So if you learn how to surrender to the primordial Kundalini, then your Kundalini is immediately strengthened. It's like this. Supposing you have a stone and you try to put anything on it, it won't reflect. Then you improve, it's a wood, still nothing will be reflected. Then you paint it, some reflection will come. Then you have the glass won't reflect. But if you use some mercury and make it a mirror, it will reflect. But still it may not be the perfect mirror. So this is how the kind of a reflector you are, on that depends the kind of a reflection you get and the kind of personality you develop. So there should be no aim as such, but to be dissolved into the reality should be the desire within you. Start dissolving into it. Then one does not have to talk about detachment. One does not have to talk about anything, about any virtues. They automatically come because now you have become the divine. Once you become the divine, even your Kundalini becomes absolutely, beautifully, completely reflecting the primordial one.
We will now do a meditation where we bring our attention to Shri Mataji's chakras. Let's first bow down to our Holy Mother in our hearts. If you can do a namaskar. And if you can imagine yourself holding a lamp or a candle, just do a simple arti to Mother. With the arti, we express our recognition of her. And we also connect inside with a deep sense of protocol. A great privilege has been given to us that we may bring our attention to your chakras, Shri Mataji. Please give us permission. If you want, you can do this with your eyes closed, or you can look at the photograph. All we do is that we bring our attention from ourselves to her being, as if she was in front of us. So we can take our attention to Shri Mataji's Mooladhara chakra. And all we do is we just receive the blessings. We humble down and we receive the reality. We can move up to our Holy Mother's Svadhisthana chakra. With gratitude, we receive the blessings. We dissolve into that reality. And we move our attention to the Nabhi chakra of our Holy Mother. And we receive the blessings. We can move our attention into the heart of Shri Mataji, into her heart chakra. And we receive the blessing onto our own heart chakra. We can move our attention to our Holy Mother's Vishuddhi chakra. completely surrendered. And with gratitude, we receive the blessings on our own Vishuddhi. We can also bring our attention to Shri Mataji's shoulders so that we receive the blessings on the Shri Lalita and the Shri Chakra. We can bring our attention to Shri Mataji, our beloved mother's Hamsa Chakra. And we receive the reality we dissolve into the reality of the divine Hamsa. We can raise our attention to Shri Mataji's most holy Agya Chakra. And receive the blessings on our own Agya. And finally, we move into Shri Mataji's Sahasrara Chakra. So if you can please open your eyes. Shri Mataji, you are the Adi Kundalini. As we sit before you, we hope to become reflections of you. We worship the Adi Kundalini in order to cleanse our own Kundalini, to please all the deities, and to reflect the perfection of the Adi Kundalini. Shri Mataji, our soul is made up of your essences. May every molecule in our being open up towards you. May every breath expand our hearts evermore. May the cool fire of the Kundalini, the purifying cosmic fire, moving ever upwards, may it completely and continuously burn away everything in our subtle system and Sushumna that is not holy. We will now do a longer meditation. If you wish, you can stay with your attention on Shri Mataji's Kundalini. Jai Shri Mataji. Mother Earth has witnessed millions of years of life on Earth. She knows us from all lifetimes. She knows all the sins committed against God, against her children. So whatever is happening in our lives, in the world, just for now, let us rise above and see a larger perspective. We ask our most powerful grandmother, Shri Bhumi Devi, the expression of the Adi Kundalini in this universe, to go to the root of the problems of the Agya, of the ego and the superego of this world. We ask her with all our hearts to remove the problem from the root. As war is breaking out in Europe, we desire nothing but peace. Let us become peace. And as we follow the news and we hear from our friends, emotions arise. Let's continuously offer them up to Mother's holy lotus feet. Bring our attention back to our breathing and find that center where all we feel is peace. In this way, our emotions become powerful. Compassion is in the center. We must feel for the world. It is our duty to desire a new world. A new consciousness for humankind. So our prayer today is very simple. We ask our Holy Mother to remove all the obstacles to peace.
like a birthday of Shiva, you can say, or something. How can it be? Because he's eternal. He's all the time there. So what demarcates today celebration is the establishment of Shiva on this earth. In the material sense, every matter has been created with a deity, and that deity is established in that matter, as you know. So when it was thought by Adi Shakti that first we must establish Shiva. Without Shiva, you cannot establish him. First he is to be established, because he is the absolute. So you have to establish Shiva. And now what should we do? How to establish him? He is the God of Tamoguna. He is the cold. He is the God of all that is not active. So first of all, this earth, when it receded from the sun, which was very hot, was taken very near to the moon. The moon is the brother-in-law of Shiva. So it was taken so close to moon that the whole earth got covered with ice. And it was then gradually moved towards the sun. When it was moved towards the sun gradually, then it started melting. And the point that did not melt at all was the point where Shiva was to be established. That was predestined, that spot. And that spot is the Kailash. The ice never melts. And if you see, the whole mountain is like the face of Shiva. The eyes, the nose and everything you can see clearly jetting out. And all the year round it keeps its shape as. That is how Shiva was created. And he was placed in a witness state as the spectator of all that happens on this earth, facing towards the Kundalini of the universe, which they were going to place in India. So he is facing towards the south. He is looking at the south with both the hands like this, like a spectator watching the spectacle of the Adi Kundalini. That is how Shiva was created. So, though we say that the heart of the universe is England, still Shiva resides on top of this earth. This is the thing. Like you have got the seat of Shiva on top of your head, but he resides in your heart. In the same way, Shiva belongs to this place. And he looks at the whole body from this point. So the feet are the south, this is the north, this is the west, and this is the east. That is how we can see the whole map of the universe or the world that is created. So
Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. this is the end of our workshop. We will just play some peaceful music and you can stay with us in meditation if you wish. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Jai Shri Mataji.